Rob from skidsteersolutions.com. I'm here with one of the Eterra augers. This is a standard 12-inch auger. They come in a 4, 6, 9, 12, 18, 24, 30, and 36-inch size. All of the augers use a 5/16 inch flighting. They use heavy wall tubing. They don't use pipe. A lot of the competitors to Eterra use just a piece of pipe. This is actual heavy wall tubing that's designed to be used in augers. You'll notice the flighting here. It's got a solid face. It's got a double flighting at the top, but then it separates into a single. Now, a lot of competitors will tell you that, oh, a double flighting is much better, but it's not on a skid steer type drive. It's a low speed drive, and what you want to do is you want to pull the material up out of the ground. If you have double flighting on here, all that happens is it jams up. If you get a little bit of moisture in the soil, it jams the flighting up and nothing happens. It just sits there and spins and throws dirt out. The hole gets bigger, so a 12-inch hole turns into a 14-inch hole. What this does, the design here, it takes the dirt, pulls it up, and gets it out of the hole as quick as possible. This is the standard fishtail and teeth that come on the Eterra augers. Every one of them comes looking like this. It has the patented shock lock system teeth on here. This is a design that came out of Australia. It has a rubber shock absorber in the back of each tooth, as well as a pin-on design. And what that does is it saves the tooth. It makes it last a lot longer. You're a lot less likely to snap the tooth, crack them, have them come apart on you, just because of that design. Now, some people, they want more. There's people in Hawaii where the labbit's a lot more aggressive on the teeth, so the fishtail and the teeth will actually wear out a lot faster. Or if it's really rocky, if you have a lot of limestone, like really hard limestone, and you're trying to get through it, you don't really need a rock bit. All you need is something that's got kind of a tungsten cutter on it. So we have actually replacement cutters or fishtails, and we also have replacement teeth. And if you look at them, they've all been faced with tungsten. This gives them a lot longer life, and just because of this design, this cutter style design, just makes them a lot more aggressive in those types of materials. These are cast hubs, and they have a wave style design to them. And what this does is when they put it over top of the tubing, when they weld it, they actually weld it in a wave style. If you look at all of the other competitors to Eterra, they use a straight cut. And what happens is all of the stress goes straight across the welds, and they're much more likely to fracture if you get into any kind of heavy material where it gets jammed. Also here, you're going to see multi-hole. So this is the standard pin that's used on the Eterras. It goes through the 3/4 inch hole, but there are also other holes that are larger and slightly smaller. And the reason for this is there's several manufacturers out there. Everybody has a different size hole and it's in a different place. So Eterra decided, hey, let's just make them so that we can put them on everybody's augers when they go to replace their bits. It's a much nicer bit, so they're more likely to buy the Eterra brand. So that's why we have holes, multiple holes, and multiple sizes. Let's talk about the different sizes of bits that Eterra makes. They make a 4, a 6, a 9, and a 12-inch. Those are your general bits that are used for fencing contractors. That's kind of what everybody buys. We get into the 18s, 24s, 30s, and 36s. Those are the ones that are generally used for pole buildings, footings, that type of thing. Power requirements to drive these bits. A lot of people actually get auger drives that are too powerful for what they're trying to do. That doesn't hurt anything, especially if it's an Eterra bit. They're designed to work with any of the series of Eterra augers. However, what you want to really be careful with is other brands. Most other manufacturers don't actually publish their ratings. So you're never really quite sure what you have, but most of them are underrated. So a lot of people will end up going, oh, I need a footing for this building that I'm doing, and it's a 48-inch. And they'll try to use the standard auger that they might have bought from one of the other manufacturers, and it won't turn it. Yet it was sized for their machine, but it's undersized for the job. So you always want to make sure that you've sized your auger in accordance with the bit that you're using. Now, when we talk about a 4, a 6, a 9, a 12-inch, any of the augers will drive that. So a 2500, a small one, even in the back of one of the walk-behinds, our ML 2500 from Eterra, that'll drive any of those bits. You don't need a 3500 or a 4500 series to do that. But if you want to buy that, hey, we're happy to sell that to you. We've got them on the site as well. Maybe you want to buy that just for future reference. You've got a bigger machine that you're going to get. When you get into the bigger ones, so 18, 24, 30, and 36, that's when you have to be careful. Because you can't put a 36-inch bit on an ML 2500 just because it's a 2,400 foot-pound unit. It doesn't have enough torque, especially if the going gets tough, it'll jam up. So you just want to be always really careful about what you're doing when you're sizing these. and you'll always have a successful augering experience. You can find all of the flow rating charts as well as pressures and sizing charts for the augers on the skidsteersolutions.com website. It's very easy then to pick the correct auger drive and auger bit size for your application.